Silence, all stand and remain standing. The court is now in session. Please be seated.
Thank you, Mr. Associate. Open the court.
On the occasion of this joint ceremonial sitting of the Federal Circuit and Family Court of Australia, Division 1 and Division 2, to receive announcements of the Senior Counsel appointed in and for the State of Victoria.
On this happy occasion, may I begin by acknowledging the traditional owners of the lands and waters where we meet today, the Wurundjeri people of the Eastern Kulin Nation, and I extend that respect to any Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander people here. I acknowledge the traditional owners' spiritual and physical connection to this country, and that their stewardship of this land has been ongoing for tens of thousands of years. On behalf of the court, I express my gratitude for the sharing of that country, but also our deep sorrow for the cost of that sharing. We wish to understand and respect the stories, beliefs and laws of First Nations people, and it is our hope we will move to a place of equity, justice and reconciliation together. We pay our respects to elders for the work they do as they lay the bedrock for the next generation of Aboriginal leaders, and we commit to walk with the greatest respect on Aboriginal lands. Well, welcome everybody today, and we're delighted to acknowledge the distinguished presence of Ms Fiona Ryan SC, newly elected President of the Victorian Bar, members of the profession here in spades, and also, more importantly, the family and friends of our new Silks. Welcome to this ceremonial sitting on behalf of the Federal Circuit and Family Court of Australia Division 1 and also jointly with the Federal Circuit and Family Court of Australia Division 2 to acknowledge our Senior Counsel in and for the State of Victoria for 2025. Ms Ryan SC.
May it please the Court, I appear on behalf of the Victorian Bar. I have the honour to present to the Court the following who've been appointed Senior Counsel in and for the State of Victoria and in the following order of seniority. Mr Paul Chiappi, having precedence as the most senior of the newly appointed Senior Counsel.
Is Mr Chiappi in court?
I have the honour to announce that I've been appointed as Senior Counsel in and for the State of Victoria, taking precedence as the most senior of the newly appointed Senior Counsel.
Thank you.
Mr David Glynn, having precedence next after Mr Paul Chiappi.
Is Mr Glynn in court?
I have the honour to announce that I've been appointed Senior Counsel in and for the State of Victoria, taking precedence next after Mr Paul Chiappi.
Mr Sean Ginsberg, having precedence next after Mr David Glynn.
Is Mr Ginsberg in court?
I have the honour to announce that I've been appointed as Senior Counsel in and for the State of Victoria, taking precedence next after Mr David Glynn.
Mr Damien McAloon, having precedence next after Mr Sean Ginsberg.
Is Mr McAloon in court?
I have the honour to announce that I have been appointed as Senior Counsel in and for the State of Victoria, taking precedence next after Mr Sean Ginsberg.
Ms Sarala Fitzgerald, having precedence next after Mr Damien McAloon.
Is Ms Fitzgerald in court?
I have the honour to announce that I've been appointed as Senior Counsel in and for the State of Victoria, taking precedence next after Mr Damien McAloon.
Mr Timothy Scotter, having precedence next after Ms Sarala Fitzgerald.
Is Mr Scotter in court?
I have the honour to announce that I have been appointed as Senior Counsel in and for the State of Victoria, taking precedence next after Ms Sarala Fitzgerald.
Mr Andrew Cameron, having precedence next after Mr Timothy Scotter.
Is Mr Cameron in court?
I have the honour to announce that I've been appointed as Senior Counsel in and for the State of Victoria, taking precedence next after Mr Timothy Scotter.
Mr Benjamin Gibson, having precedence next after Mr Andrew Cameron.
Is Mr Gibson in court?
I have the honour to announce that I have been appointed as Senior Counsel in and for the State of Victoria, taking precedence next after Mr Andrew Cameron.
Thanks, Mr Gibson.
Ms Alexandra Foley, having precedence next after Mr Benjamin Gibson.
Is Ms Foley in court?
I have the honour to announce that I have been appointed as Senior Counsel in and for the State of Victoria, taking precedence next after Mr Benjamin Gibson. Mr Edward Gizonda, having precedence next after Ms Alexandra Foley.
Is Mr Gizonda in court?
I have the honour to announce that I have been appointed as Senior Counsel in and for the State of Victoria, taking precedence next after Ms Alexandra Foley.
Mr Peter Crichton-Salve, having precedence next after Mr Edward Gizonda.
Is Mr Crichton-Salve in court?
The honour to announce that I have been appointed as Senior Counsel in and for the State of Victoria, taking precedence next after Mr Edward Gizonda.
Mr Michael Clark, having precedence next after Mr Peter Crichton-Salve.
Is Mr Clark in court?
I have the honour to announce that I've been appointed Senior Counsel in and for the State of Victoria, taking precedence next after Mr Peter Crichton-Salve.
Ms Sarah Fiskin, having precedence next after Mr Michael Clark.
Is Ms Fiskin in court?
I have the honour to announce that I have been appointed as Senior Counsel in and for the State of Victoria, taking precedence next after Mr Michael Clark.
Mr Ramesh Kumar, having precedence next after Ms Sarah Fiskin.
Is Mr Kumar in court?
I have the honour to announce that I have been appointed as Senior Counsel in and for the State of Victoria, taking precedence next after Ms Sarah Fiskin.
Thank you.
Ms Sarah Keating, having precedence next after Mr Ramesh Kumar.
Is Ms Keating in court?
I have the honour to announce that I have been appointed as Senior Counsel in and for the State of Victoria, taking precedence next after Mr Ramesh Kumar.
Mr Daniel Bongiorno, having precedence next after Ms Sarah Keating.
Is Mr Bongiorno in court?
I have the honour to announce that I have been appointed as Senior Counsel in and for the State of Victoria, taking precedence next after Ms Sarah Keating.
Ms Kathy Dowsett, having precedence next after Mr Daniel Bongiorno.
Is Ms Dowsett in court?
I have the honour to announce that I have been appointed Senior Counsel in and for the State of Victoria, taking precedence next after Mr Daniel Bongiorno.
Ms Christy Churchill, having precedence next after Ms Kathy Dowsett.
Is Ms Churchill in court?
I have the honour to announce that I have been appointed as Senior Counsel in and for the State of Victoria, taking precedence next after Ms Kathy Dowsett.
Mr Kane Loxley, having precedence next after Ms Christy Churchill.
Is Mr Loxley in court?
I have the honour to announce that I have been appointed as Senior Counsel in and for the State of Victoria, taking precedence next after Ms Christy Churchill.
Ms Stella Gold, having precedence next after Mr Kane Loxley.
Is Ms Gold in court?
I have the honour to announce that I have been appointed as Senior Counsel in and for the State of Victoria, taking precedence next after Mr Kane Loxley.
Ms Siobhan Kelly, having precedence next after Ms Stella Gold.
Is Ms Kelly in court?
I have the honour to announce that I have been appointed as Senior Counsel in and for the State of Victoria, taking precedence next after Ms Stella Gold.
Thank you very much, Kelly. Thank you very much, Madam President.
May it please the Court.
And congratulations. I know this is your third ceremony today, so well done.
Thank you.
Also, congratulations to all the new SUGs. I can imagine all of you have been terrified about that script you've had to read out. I think in my year I had someone with an almost unpronounceable name and got it wrong 3 times in a row, so well done. On behalf of the courts, can I congratulate each and every one of you on becoming Senior Counsel in and for the State of Victoria. This designation reflects your expertise, your diligence, and indeed your independence. It also acknowledges that you've been seen by your peers as being someone who demonstrated the highest of calibre and of ethics and skill as an advocate. The institution of silk has a proud history dating back to the 15th century in England. Originally, King's or Queen's Counsel was only allowed to represent the Crown. That rationale being that the right of precedence given to them meant all of the Crown's litigation was heard first. Luckily for us, in civil courts, this is no longer the case, and we can similarly be assisted by your expertise in the efficient resolution of matters. Whilst the history of becoming senior counsel has changed over years, its significance has never diminished, and the values it embodies remain incredibly important to all of us today. Becoming silk is a great privilege, but brings with it many responsibilities and an obligation to commit yourself to the highest standards of legal practice. For those here, the origins and necessity of the independent bar and the independent advocate are well known. In his swearing-in speech as Chief Justice in 1952, Sir Owen Dixon characterised it this way: "The duty of the barrister is to stand between the subject and the Crown, between the rich and the poor, the powerful and the weak, and it is necessary that, while the bar occupies an essential part in the administration of justice, barristers should be completely independent, work entirely as an individual, drawing upon his or her own resources of learning, ability and intelligence, and owing allegiance to none." Our system of justice is synonymous with and dependent upon the role of independent advocate, from the duty to the court to the ethical and independent conduct and the duty to one's own client. Being an advocate, a member of our independent bars, is not just wearing a gown or being a member of a club. Signing the bar roll means a great deal more. Whether you're a junior or a silk, your role as an independent advocate is an essential part of making the system of justice fair and equitable for all. When one enters the courtroom and bows, you're not bowing to a particular judge, although some of us may forget that from time to time. But instead, you're bowing to a court and a system of justice. Your independence requires you to act appropriately despite the fanciful or even sometimes querulous wishes of some litigants or indeed some instructors. It is that judgment, that independence, that trust that protects our system of justice. Courts depend upon the independence of the bar and your integrity as an advocate. Now, as members of the inner bar, the responsibility of preserving and perpetuating that independence falls upon each and every one of you. It is fundamental to our system of justice and indeed the rule of law. In addition to this, the junior bar depend upon your guidance and your leadership. You are now leaders of the bar and experts in your chosen field, or even some of those you may not have practiced in but will now. Be mindful of that example you set and be aware of the importance of mentoring and fostering collegiate and inclusive environments. I have no doubt you'll discharge your duties to the court with skill and good temperament and continue to serve the public in an exemplary manner, and that includes never appearing without a junior, even if it's a reader. The opportunity you give to junior barristers to learn from you and learn from how you do things in court is exemplary. One of the difficulties during COVID we had were people weren't appearing without juniors. If you're a silk, act like it and be seen to be acting like it. Both our courts deal with varied and complex matters. In relation to family law, it's also to be aware of the breadth of jurisdiction that intersects with family law these days. These disputes frequently involve complex commercial and financial matters, valuations, trusts, bankruptcy, citizenship, crime, and even evidentiary issues. The jurisdiction of the Federal Circuit and Family Court of Australia Division 2 also includes migration, bankruptcy, fair work, administrative law and consumer matters, intellectual property and human rights. These are challenging jurisdictions, and we welcome senior counsel in all areas to be part of that. I once again congratulate you on your appointment. I'm also wanting to congratulate your family and friends. They have their Novembers back. Their Novembers through the years when they were worried about your school exams and, of course, your HSC Years 11 and 12 exams. Then there came the anxiety of schoolies. And then 5 years of university exams. Every November they had to worry about you. Sometimes people even worried if they had enough facial hair to be part of November. Readers' exams and then, of course, readers' courses also came in November, as did the exams to get into the readers' course. And then, of course, at the bar, you had many years of trying to get trials finished and work done for the following and get booked in for the following year. And then finally, of course, the silk announcements, that terrible time every year, whether it became silk or not. It is a very trying time upon your families, and I'm so proud and happy for you all that the families have now got November's back, and it's a matter of celebration. When I became silk, I was told it was important, and I do pass this on, for you to celebrate hard, really enjoy it, celebrate with people that made you silks, and make sure you celebrate until the silk bow's in Canberra. And then, as Ken Hayne told me, wake up the next morning and make sure you've got a brief. Congratulations to all of you. I'm so thrilled for you. It's so good to see so many happy people beaming with pride. We look forward to seeing you for drinks tonight. Adjourn the court.
All stand. This joint sitting of the Federal Circuit and Family Court of Australia, Division 1 and Division 2 is now adjourned.
There's so much noise out there.
Hold on.